Nigerian government is insane. Mozambican reacts to 37 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. In Mozambique, Kendrick Abdul has described as insane the federal government's approval of 37 billion naira for the renovation of the National Assembly complex. The approval was contained in the 2020 budget signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday. The amount is, however, not part of the 128 billion naira allocated for the National Assembly for year 2020. Instead, it is part of the 2020 budget of the Federal Capital Development Administration. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan told journalists in Abuja on Monday. Lawan said there has been no major renovation of the National Assembly building for 20 years and many parts of the property had become dilapidated. We met the president and related the condition of the complex. The president responded and said he was going to renovate the complex. The phase 1 renovation will commence. The chambers and committee rooms in the White House, 37 billion naira, was sourced and was given. It was put under the FCT, not National Assembly. All we required is to have the complex renovated, he said. Since Monday, when the news broke, Nigerians and Africans in general have been understandably enraged and bewildered by such humongous approval when critical infrastructure and sectors got far less allocation. As the debate rages online and offline, Abdul tweeted, "I'm from Mozambique and I must tell you the Nigerian government is insane." A lawyer, Ibere Nwankwo, asked rhetorically, where did Nigerians offend in Ninth Assembly? How did they approve such idiocy? 37 billion naira for renovation of the National Assembly and patry #48 billion naira for capital expenditure in education. No roads, no good, no health facilities. What kind of leadership is this? Intrepid Twitter influencer Japhet Omojua was not less perplexed, saying, "Correct me if I am right. Under the corrupt PDP government for 16 years, there was never a time they isolated a budgetary allocation towards renovating the Nass other than their regular. This 37 billion naira thing under this clean and proper APC over $100 million is genuinely next level stuff." He added, "Imagine a minute this was Bukola Saraki proposing to renovate the National Assembly for 100 million naira, $100 million. Just imagine that for a minute. Don't make noise. Just imagine, if it were to be Bukola Saraki that proposed this kind of renovation, what would have happened?" That's why this person is asking this question, that just imagine it. Party affiliation aside, an All Progressives Congress APC enthusiast and insurance practitioner Adebayo Bankole Akintunde wrote, "Whether this renovation will be done by FCDA or Nass is not the issue. Neither is Buhari's approval of such makes it right. No right-thinking government should renovate a complex which offers nothing more than housing a bunch of overpaid legislators with 37 billion naira. It is a crying shame." Even Ajuri Ngelale, senior special assistant to the president on public affairs, office of the vice president, said, "I totally agree that the National Assembly must proactively show Nigerians how 37 billion naira will be spent on the renovation of the complex under the FCDA. Nigerians must be shown what necessitates this expenditure and what exactly it entails." An avid Twitter user at Kemshare wrote a thread saying it cost them in 1999 $35.18 million, which is 12.7 billion naira in today's exchange rate, to build after it was awarded in 1996 to ITB. This is 3 times more than the cost of building from the scratch considering today's rates. If this is not corruption in itself, I don't know what it is. Just to renovate a stupid building that has contributed almost nothing to our political and democratic development since 1999. The Senate President today has been there almost the whole time. To what end? borrowing money for the executive despite calls to reduce. With so many schools without proper infrastructure, such as building, roof, desk, chairs, labs, manpower, etc., all over the country. In the north, there are many schools that meet under trees. Wow. Seriously, there is no justification whatsoever for this renovation of the National Assembly. So, guys, that is just the rave of the moment now. And no wonder Idris Abdul Karim called the president Yahoo Yahoo boy, according to what he said. And based on, this, the last comment here, the last reading here, talking about the school. I always come out when it comes to this issue of a school feeding. Now, it is already on record. It is what we all know. Like now, with no so many schools without proper infrastructure, such as building, roof, desk, chairs, lab, manpower, etc., all over the country, not even in the north alone, all over the country. Yet, but they can assign 30 billions of naira for feeding, just feeding people. You just eat the food and go to the toilet, and that ends it. What is that food going to add to them? Does it mean they don't eat in their house? Yes, they will see it in their house, because that one meal food cannot even take care of a child all the day, throughout a day. The parents will still have to provide for them. I don't even know whether they are still doing that, but what they have spent on that school feeding. And the vice president, who is a professor, will come out and be telling us, oh, they have fed the children, Keyamu will come, they fed the children, school feeding and all of that, and they put themselves together. They will go to the office and be drinking tea, just like people have been saying. You are renovating that, and that is not even producing any results. It's just for them. They will still borrow money to fund their lavish lifestyle, and that's just the way it is. You budget such amount of money, for feeding. We are even talking of school, and where the children are schooling, where they are learning from, even if they are learning anything in the first place. No chairs, no lab, no manpower, and they will tell you they have spent billions of naira for school feeding. I don't just understand. Once they just get their legs, whether there's something that really changes their hearts or something. Because I don't know why people who have even gone abroad, not that they have not even left the shore of this country, they've gone abroad, they see how things play out. Yes, they will not come and replicate it. Now, 37 billion naira to renovate National Assembly. They will come and tell you one or two things. Like the president, what is this man's name? Senate President Aban Lawan, saying they told Buhari, and Buhari just said yes. Just yes, that's us. And somebody was asking, just imagine it for a second, if it were to be Bukola Saraki that proposed that thing, what would have happened? And this man has already made this, people have said it, that is a rubber stamp. And the man has come out to say anything from Buhari, it's just like a rub my back, I rub your back. Any request from Buhari is to the interest of the Nigerian people. You can imagine, because it's inflation, they always inflate things. It will not be up to that. Look at the whole thing critically. It will not be up to that. And that was why Abdul Karim just came out, frankly, and said, this is really Yahoo. This is a scam. This is a scam. According to what the Senate president said, he said they told the president, and the president said yes, they will renovate it, and that's it, and that ends it. You can imagine. Is this not, wastefulness? Just wasting money. They are not suffering for anything. They are not struggling for anything, and they are not suffering for anything, from any whatever. Everything is just there. Why the masses are languishing in poverty? Who do Nigeria? That's what people are saying. And the person that really came up with this thing, when Nigerians are talking, it will be as if we are begging because you are in the other side, or because you're always criticizing the government. It is that is why you are talking in that manner. And this person say, I'm a Mozambican, and he described the action of the government as insane. The Nigerian government is insane. You can imagine. If people, because at times even the ones in Nigeria will just be like thinking that, are they the ones insane? Because when you are seeing things that are wrong, and people are telling you it is the order of the day, like I always say, the irregularity, abnormalities is like it has been established. It's now a law. It is the order of the day, and it's official. Irregularities, bad things, order of the day. That is what is trending. If you do the right thing, you are the one who is insane. And really, really, unfortunate. Someone say APC is loading. I can assure you that before the next 4 years or thereabout, many of you that supported and voted APC will begin to answer questions no one asked you. Oh yes, the Nigerian malady of a very trying but unappreciated presido. How much was to build the structure initially? Ha! Ask IBB. Our God, the God of the that have not, will surely fight for us. I rest my case. Buhari and APC are evil. Someone says here that what about our needs? The government by the people for the people, but the people are uh the government is against. The same people the government is against. Nigeria and Nigerians, what are thou done to deserve all this untoward treatment? The worst National Assembly so far since 1999. Assemblies of thieves. Thieves, after this one, you will approve loan for Buhari for the renovation of Hassel Rock. Rub my back, I rub your back, or scratch my back, I scratch your back. Instead, to maintain the belly of Nigerians now embarking on tortuous projects. The National Assembly complex is already being maintained by Julius Berger Construction. Only thieves. Part of the contract agreement with Julius Berger Construction was to maintain the building for a minimum of 10 years. The so-called renovation is only a facade designed to cover the obvious intent to siphon public funds. So guys, what do you think about this? Because other people are still saying this is not right. Even when Nigerians have been saying this is not right, other people can still really testify that it's really crazy. And Buhari will just sign it. No question, nothing. The president, Senate president just meets with the president and the president says, yes, it will be renovated. And that's it. So leave your comments below and let's hear your own take. Thank you very much. Bye.